Experience the Word of God anytime, anywhere for free. Tune in to our audio Bible at jehovahsaint.com/free-audio-Bible. It's a gift for your soul, available now. What is faith? Faith is whatever you think is the truth. You first have to think before you believe. So faith is essentially what you think is right. Whatever you think is right, it's your own set of rules, and your own set of rules are your laws, which govern self. Your laws are for you and you only. They are not for everyone. As God has only given us 10 laws, aka 10 commandments. Therefore, all other laws in the Bible and in today's world are man's laws. God's laws are only 10. Just remember the laws in the Old Testament were man's laws, and they had hundreds of them. Several of the laws would put you to death for the littlest thing. The essence of faith. Faith is a deeply personal and subjective experience. It's shaped by our thoughts, beliefs, and values, forming the foundation of our moral compass. At its core, faith is what we hold to be true, guiding our actions and decisions. Biblical perspective on faith. The Bible provides profound insights into the nature of faith. In Hebrews 11 verse 1, it is written, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." This verse captures the essence of faith as a trust in the unseen and a confidence in our beliefs. The 10 Commandments, found in Exodus 20 verses 1 to 17, serve as God's moral laws. They are fundamental principles that govern our relationship with God and others. Unlike the numerous laws in the Old Testament, these 10 Commandments are divine directives meant to guide us toward a righteous and fulfilling life. Man's laws in the Bible versus God's 10 laws. The Bible contains numerous evil human laws that were given to guide the moral and social conduct of the Israelites that were pure evil and not from God. These laws reflect the evil cultural and religious context of ancient times. Here are some of man's laws from the Bible. Exodus 35 verse 2. 6 days' work shall be done, but on the seventh day you shall have a Sabbath of solemn rest, holy to the Lord. Whoever does any work on it shall be put to death. Deuteronomy 23 verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Leviticus 20 verse 9. For anyone who curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. Leviticus 20 verse 10. If a man commits adultery with the wife of his neighbor, both the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Leviticus 20 verse 11. If a man lies with his father's wife, he has uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Leviticus 20 verse 12. If a man lies with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. Leviticus 20 verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lies with a woman, they shall surely be put to death. Leviticus 20 verse 16. If a woman approaches any animal and lies with it, you shall kill the woman and the animal. They shall surely be put to death. Leviticus 20 verse 27. A man or a woman who is a medium or a necromancer shall surely be put to death. They shall be stoned with stones. Man's laws in the Bible provide a window into the evil framework of ancient Israelite society. Jeremiah 8 verse 8. How can you say, "We are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us"? But behold, the lying pen of the scribes has made it into a lie. God only gave us 10 laws. All other laws are man's. 10 Commandments as presented in the Bible, specifically from Exodus 20 verses 1 to 17. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. These commandments serve as foundational principles for ethical behavior and religious worship. God's laws versus man's laws. Understanding the distinction between God's laws and man's laws is crucial. The Ten Commandments represent divine laws given by God to guide humanity. In contrast, many other laws in the Old Testament and contemporary society are human constructs, reflecting cultural and societal norms. Jesus addressed the overabundance of man's laws in Matthew 23 verses 23 to 24, saying, "Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You give a tenth of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin. But you have neglected the more important matters of the law, justice, mercy, and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter, without neglecting the former. You blind guides! You strain out a gnat, but swallow a camel." This passage underscores the importance of focusing on the core principles of justice, mercy, and faithfulness, rather than getting lost in the minutiae of human-made laws. Romans chapter 14. Understanding faith and tolerance. Romans chapter 14 is a profound exploration of faith, tolerance, and the differences between individuals' beliefs. The Apostle Paul addresses the issue of differing practices among believers, particularly concerning dietary habits and the consumption of wine. This chapter provides valuable insights into the principles of respecting each other's faith and living in harmony, guided by a strong understanding of God's laws. Weaker faith versus stronger faith. In Romans 14 verses 2 to 3, Paul writes, "One person's faith allows them to eat anything, but another, whose faith is weak, eats only vegetables. The one who eats everything must not treat with contempt the one who does not. And the one who does not eat everything must not judge the one who does, for God has accepted them." This passage highlights the distinction between weaker and stronger faith. Individuals with weaker faith may abstain from certain foods and drinks, believing it to be wrong, while those with stronger faith understand that it is permissible. Respecting each other's beliefs. Paul emphasizes the importance of not causing others to stumble in their faith. In Romans 14 verse 13, he says, "Therefore let us stop passing judgment on one another. Instead, make up your mind not to put any stumbling block or obstacle in the way of a brother or sister." This instruction encourages believers to be considerate of others' beliefs and not to tempt them with practices they deem wrong. The Ten Commandments as God's laws. Romans 14 also reminds us of the core principles that govern our lives. The Ten Commandments, given by God, serve as the foundation for moral behavior. In contrast, many other laws and regulations were human-made and often burdensome. These divine commandments are succinct and universal, guiding us to live righteous and fulfilling lives. Biblical insight on God's laws. In Matthew 22, verses 37 to 40, Jesus summarizes the essence of God's laws. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. This passage reinforces the simplicity and profundity of God's laws, emphasizing love and respect for both God and fellow humans. Conclusion. Romans chapter 14 offers timeless wisdom on faith, tolerance, and the importance of respecting each other's beliefs. While we may have different practices and levels of faith, we are united by the core principles of God's laws, encapsulated in the Ten Commandments. By living these principles and showing love and understanding to one another, we can create a harmonious and faith-filled community. In our journey through life, we often seek guidance and wisdom beyond our own understanding. St. Michael's prayer is a beautiful expression of this desire, a heartfelt plea for divine intervention and alignment with Jehovah's will. It serves as a reminder of the profound connection we can cultivate with the divine, allowing us to become vessels of his wisdom and love. St. Michael's prayer. I pray for Jehovah to speak through me all the time, and I pray for Jehovah to remove all my thoughts and implant his thoughts all the time, as I do not even want my thoughts.